I also, if there's a problem in this situation with price, I am currently quoting out polyfresco, bright white, just like a coating, but the coating is already embedded into the product. I have a second option that is also a bright white membrane, but not gray like your traditional white roofs. Parapet with Reno brick. Different situation. Yes, could I put metal over that? Yeah, but that'd be like $5 grand worth of metal they probably didn't want to spend. So I terminated the roof another way. And so flat roof, really good pitch all the way through, nothing bad here. Wall joint there. Okay. So what I'll show you is same thing. These are all unfortunately quite similar in that they will have these decking issues. We tear the roof off at this building.
Because that has to be the next thing, Alex, done on that, it's the walls.
Yeah, so look at this, same thing.
But we have to maintain that ancient look to it, right? 'Cause
Actually,
that's what the artist wants.
This, I forgot, this gentleman opted, instead of redecking with wood, he wanted a bit of insulation. And so instead of redecking with wood, we put on 2-inch insulation. So there's your insulation question. My first appointment, yeah, he's a client of mine. I don't remember. Oh, he found me through GAF. He was questioning a roof that he's a consultant and a volunteer and sits on a lot of boards. And so and he said, can you come look at this? I'm not too sure they did it the right way. I looked at it, I'm like, yeah, it's good. It's not bad. It's not great, but it ain't bad either. He goes, well, by the way, I have another property. Can you come look at that one? I looked at that one. They're not looking to replace it. I found him a really easy repair solution. So he wanted to get a better understanding of the type of roof that I proposed, and that's what he was in there for. We're looking at photos and videos and why I do this and do that. And I like clients, homeowners, and property owners who want detail, because I give a shitload of detail. Putting out a fire over here. We have another fire we're putting out. 3 fires we're putting out. But they're good fires, if there's a good fire. So that's what's going on with that. And then we have 4, I think we'll have put 6 roofs on this week, which is pretty dope. It'll get us back to where we like to be, 6 to 8 roofs. And we can keep that going the rest of the year into the next year. Then we should be fine. We're doing east side, west side, west side. And I come back to the east side to sign up a roof. That's it, man. You're just rolling around with me today. I don't have anything else besides things I do want to talk about. I have lost some jobs. Horrible time for me to eat peanut M&Ms. But I have a couple of jobs that I've lost that folks out there, just hold on. Hold on. Like right now, El Paso hasn't had a hailstorm. We've had a lot of rain, but right now, I've had the most retail clients that I've ever had, that I've had in a while, because I just have. There is no storm right now to work off of where your typical roofing company or homeowner who's waiting on insurance to hopefully pay for this thing. I have a lot that are retail. And on top of that, this goes back to COVID, when everything kind of shut down. It never shut down for us. And this is right now with me being the only full-time sales guy, which is a really interesting experiment, because right now, I think we are on a level right now that we've never been on before. That's pretty cool. And I don't want to stop it. Look, I do want to hire new salespeople at some point. I think the new method of how we are onboarding and training them is the better way to go. And I won't talk about that, but I definitely like this way of doing it, because I have one that we're working on right now. Who is training with us, it shouldn't matter, but to a lot of people it does. To us it doesn't, because we've had a female before, but she's a female. But she knows there's no problem. It's perfect. But I've had a sales force of 7 people, of 5, of 6 people, And you know what? Everyone comes with their problems and their issues, and you know how I never did that. I didn't bring that kind of stuff to work. It just seems like that kind of crap's more common now, and I'm just tired of it. I don't think as a 37-year-old I should be saying that I'm tired of things, but that I've dealt with it since I was 20 something years old. It's people and fucking excuses all day long. Or just stupid, maybe. I don't know. You just can't. I've said it before. You can't fix stupid. You just can't. And I like the younger generation, believe it or not, more than I do like mine and older right now. It ain't working out. Sorry, I'm blabbering on, but my point being is that I've had a really good time with the support that I've had in the office. And with me, not just being the lone guy out there, because again, Brady does work for us full part-time. Diego is a student who, by the way, closed up a huge deal, but is still kind of full part-time because he goes to school. And Luis is our operations guy who will close up a project a couple times a month. So that's really not a full-time person either. It just feels good not having to deal with other people's shit and trying to explain logical, common sense things to people who just don't get it, who are stuck in their ways. That was my point. I'm just enjoying not having to deal with other people. And the people I was dealing with were essentially the reason we have competitors is that they don't get it. And I was never able to get them to get it. And 3 of them have gone to work for other people, and they still don't get it. And it wasn't us, it's them. They don't get it. And so that's why I still will continue to win business up against them no matter what, because they're just, it won't connect. It won't compute. I'm being very vague about what that is, but it's everything. So I've enjoyed it. However, I do think that come January, I'll want to start prospecting for new salespeople, because what I'm doing right now is not sustainable at all. I think for now it is, but it's not sustainable. And yeah, it's just the way to go. That I don't mix well with. So him being that really put us in a good position to probably get this job. So yeah, we're just helping them understand the details or the installation method for a torch down modified bitumen roof, and why on that very old home that is probably the best way to go. That's the best application for that roof. Saw a truck from a roofing company and you asked me if they were any good, but I think it's very relative based on what the homeowner is looking for. If you want cheap and fast and don't really give a shit and just put the damn roof on and whatever, yeah, that's about 98% of everyone here in El Paso, and you can go hire them. I will tell people that we are who we are because of everything we've done, not just for ourselves, but what we do to protect the homeowner in the best and the worst case scenario. There's the guy we were referring to right now. Nobody has this certificate, the certifications that we do. No one's willing to work to get the certifications that we have. Every one of my competitors thinks it's too expensive to put on a roof by the book. So they do it the way they've always done it, which is just enough. And sometimes a homeowner is not aware until I paint the picture for them. They're like, oh shit. Or sometimes it's too late. Like I'll go to a house, it happens a lot. I'm like, yeah, the roof's like a couple years old, but can you do this? Like, well, one, why are you calling me? You're not calling the guy that put it on for you in the first place. Number two, I get there and I so badly want to tell them how their roof is so bad. And maybe not bad in the sense it doesn't leak, but everything else they missed out on to get them the best roof they could have ever had. The little details, the flashing details, the fixtures, the pivot pipe boots that we put on, the proper ventilation, the replacing of just vent pipes and goosenecks and And all these little details that other roofers don't do. Color drip edge. If you asked right now our supplier for metal, All Precision, I think there are more people now that do color drip edge, but if you asked them who has been the company since the beginning who's always used color drip edge, they will tell you it's always been Smith and Ramirez. Because it's never been an option. I don't give people an option to do shitty, cheap things. Why? It's your home. Why would you want to do it in the first place? So, am I better than them? Depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for the best and not want to dick around with your roof again, then yeah, I'm going to be better than anyone else. Am I going to be better on price? No, probably not. But again, that's also relative. What do you think is expensive and what is not expensive? You know, when you add up maintenance costs and repairs and, okay, well, let's go with the plastic skylights as opposed to the Velux skylights. Will they be more expensive? Yeah, but plastic dome, acrylic dome skylights don't come with a warranty. There's another one. There's Jeffy boy. Hi, Jeff. Yeah, they don't come with a warranty. They definitely don't come with a workmanship warranty. Are the Velux skylights a lot more expensive? Yeah, but you have to be certified to install those skylights, which we are. They are going to be more than twice as much, more than 4 times as much, but they'll come with a 10-year warranty on the workmanship, a 10-year warranty on the materials. It has a shade. It's an awesome skylight. So no, we're not too expensive relative to where we live in the market. For something done the right way, we're just right. We're just right. We're not gouging people. We're not getting rich off of one roof. It's done, and that's it. And the odd chance that something horrible happens and you have a leak and it's not a good thing, guess what? Because from the very beginning, I followed the steps to do it all the way it should have been done. I'm still going to be there for the homeowner to protect them, even when something goes bad. And you know what, folks? Look, I'm doing my homework too. I'm looking at your yard. I'm looking at everything. It's time. It looks like this is time for a new roof. Yeah, just watch from here. Actually, I have some time. I'm going to have a quick M&M break.
What's your favorite candy?
M&M's. Peanut M&M's. The worst M&M's. Okay, we're here. They have a leak, one leak, very small leak, at the event. And this is the vent, right, the exhaust fan for the restroom. Very easy to find. Haven't seen the roof yet. Don't know what we're gonna find. But I will start with this, like I will start with all of them. I ain't looking for a reason to replace your roof, but this roof was put on in 2011, so it's up there in age for El Paso, and I'm looking for that too. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna see if your roof is in okay shape. If it's okay, it's okay. If it's not, I'm gonna tell you why and how to fix it. So let's find out. So right off the bat, again, I'm not looking for reasons to replace a roof, but your work on the roof, doesn't it feel a little flimsy? Okay. 1, 2, obvious signs of hail damage. Nothing major. You know, a lot of roofers go and look for damage and want to convince you that your roof is in horrible shape and you need to hurry up and replace your roof. Now, behind you, you don't see it, but either a roofer or an insurance adjuster marked up the roof for hail. Now, if I can read this, so they put a 0, they put 3W, like 3 wind, right slope, 3 wind, and 0 hail. Then I don't know what they're circling, unless they're going to call these blisters, which I'm sure they are, depending on who the insurance company is. So there's that clue. There's a little bit of hail at the satellite dish, not too much. Yeah, the whole roof, this whole area, right now we're in 3.5 or 2.5. This entire area was all built with 3/8 decking. And so when the roofs are a little lower pitched, anywhere by 512 and below, you're going to feel that 3/8 decking. On a much steeper home like that one, you're not going to feel it or feel the effects of it. Chimney's cracked. There's no cricket. So yeah, definitely an adjuster's been here because adjusters will do that. There are signs of hail there and there. Dead valley is always a big problem, but they did a really good job of how they installed the valley, where there are no joints or seams running down the whole entire roll, which is awesome. A little bit of collateral damage on the unit here. You can see the hail on the rest of the home. A lot of water sits here, so much so that it's eating at the granule and already exposing the matting. That could definitely become a problem one day. That sucker needs to go. Here's the exhaust vent where the water's coming in from. And here's some blown off shingles that have been up here for a while as well. And then you can see some more markings from an adjuster over here. And that's the roof. Can this be fixed? Can this leak be fixed? 100%, not a problem. Is it a permanent solution? For that, yeah, but they're going to have issues there, at some point for sure. And even when they did the roof back in 2011, I don't think they replaced that skylight. So I will talk to the homeowner also. Let's start thinking about this and maybe start thinking about replacing the roof. And again, something structurally is going on right there. You can see that big dip in the roof. So I'm going to make a video for the homeowner. Okay, Mr. DeLeon, we're on your roof. It looks like an adjuster came out here, marked up the roof for, it looks like blisters or hail. And the decking on this roof is very, very soft. As with most roofs in this area, if the roof was ever going to be replaced, you will probably also have to replace the wood underneath. So that's probably going to be needed. This has been exposed for a while, so that can be repaired. That's probably why that's leaking. But while we're at it, we'll replace this and replace that, add a leak barrier. This wall joint is starting to crack open because they just used tar and granule there as opposed to a metal wall flashing. This entire dead valley, because a lot of water sits here, and also because of when the evaporative cooler was here, it's starting to eat out the granules and matting, and this definitely will become a leak at some point. I do see where there's a dip in the ridge there that needs to be addressed. There are signs of hail damage just about everywhere on your roof, so I'll ask you when I go inside how you want to address this or what's going on to see how I can help you out. If we're going the replace route, we do all these the goosenecks and pipes replaced the right way. A proper chimney flashing, not just tar around there. Now you can see it's cracking. You can see that here. So that's going to let in some water here at some point as well. So we'll do that the right way. And there's the overview of your roof. There you go. And then some photos from me one more time. 1, 2, gooseneck, chimney, 3-inch, 4-inch, 1 pitch pan, condenser unit. We have a 2-inch pipe there, a 1-inch pipe there, 1.5 over there, a gooseneck there. One and a half there, 4-inch there. I was saying, I love these appointments. I was the fourth guy in, and what I like, and I know everything's going to work out well, is that, and it's almost every appointment. You know what? No one else talked about what you just did. Why is that? Well, folks, that's a problem. If we're not talking about those ideas and solutions and ways to fix things, and yeah, that might be your clue that maybe going the other route's not the right way to go. So I go right in there, man. Like, what do you want to accomplish here? And again, I told him everything he needed to hear, not everything he wanted to hear, and that's what people like. People don't want to be told. Is this one of my houses?
Is it?
Yeah, with solar panels. Sorry, folks, no more warranty once you put panels on my roof. But being told what you need to be told versus what you want to hear, that's one of the battles we have right now with a homeowner. Where they really badly want me to put the roof on and start the roof like next week. I can't. Well, that's why we hired you. I didn't say I could do it tomorrow. I just said we'd get the ball rolling. But by the way, I'm going to start in a week. Like, why rush this thing? We're going to spend $100,000 on a roof. You are, and you want to get this thing done yesterday. The guys who can get this thing done yesterday aren't the guys you want to go with. So, yeah, so
like a minute or so.
So every member of BNI gets to do a 60-second presentation about what they're looking for. What type of business you're looking for. So, as a roofing contractor myself, I have something I'm looking for this week, right? This is the kind of client I'm looking for this week. I want to get introduced to a church or something to that effect, and we're really big on the amount of business we pass between each other. I think year to date, we're over $500,000 in business passed between all our members, and we're a pretty small group. Every week we have a rotating group of members that will end up doing a 10-minute presentation. And so this week we have our Villalobos Pest Control, our pest control guy, will be doing his 10-minute presentation. I'll introduce you.
Talk to them.
Yeah, I'll introduce you, but you are open to network with people before, after, and forever after that. So you don't get to present, but I will introduce you, or you can introduce yourself, tell us what you do, how you heard about us, and then you're free to do whatever else you want after that. Obviously, if everything fits and you talk to our membership committee, we bring you in and you're ready to rock and roll from there.
You want it to go into the gutters? If you don't, it's not going to work.
All right. Well, I didn't catch that one.
Carlos's brother is in the truck over there.
I just told him to switch it out. It's a color they use all the time, so it's not like they're going to back us on it. You see, now he gets nervous with the camera.
I don't get nervous.
Yeah, you do.
You got nervous.
That's his brother?
Yeah. That's the fuck up.
So, while we're here, we're doing this church, 501 Thunderbird, I think it is, Coronado Baptist. Their gym, I think it's not just the gym, but it needed a new roof. I've actually been here about 5 times in the past 15 years. And the first time was for repair on this building. Nothing really happened. And then about 2 years ago, I came out and did a repair for them. And then they hired us to do this thing. So, yeah, pretty cool, pretty neat. And no difference, folks. You're still going to get a lifetime. Well, actually, commercial technically gets not a lifetime warranty on the shingles, but they'll get a 40-year warranty on the materials and components, and then they'll still get the Golden Pledge, which is a 25-year warranty on the workmanship, misapplication, and stuff like that. So that'll happen here for sure. Just had lunch, had a BNI call. I got to send that guy the invite still. 2 appointments were rescheduled completely. So there's that. Headed to one more, and then the last one in Anthony. I mean, the day became, folks, it's a roller coaster. It's busy, then it's not, and it is, then it isn't. And then we just had lunch, a pretty good long lunch that I didn't think we'd have. And then now I have 2 more. And then, there's that. So it's everywhere. So you're just with me on a random day, bro. That's it. I don't know what else to tell you right now.
Hello?
Mr. Medrano, how you doing, sir?
You doing yourself?
Good, man. Just wanted to follow up with you, see how you're doing. Roof's coming off, tearing off, everything's okay. I was just there about an hour and a half ago. I think the guys are out to lunch right now. But we're moving and grooving. Just want to see if you had any questions or anything like that right now.
No, not right now. We do have a meeting in a bit. I'll go ahead and announce what the progress and everything. And if anything comes up, I'll give you a call back.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, no, very good. Again, I just wanted to follow up with you, see if you had any questions for me.
Sure. I appreciate that.
All right.
Have a good day.
You too, sir. Thank you. Bye-bye. Did that roof, polyfresco, 20-year. I like this street because I have a lot of roofs coming down this street.
Yeah.
Not for, I'm sure, other reasons, but I just need to point out all the roofs. Yeah, we have one in there.
Oh, is that like a rock roof?
Yeah, it's, because it's not gravel, but a rock, or you call it a gravel ballasted roof or a rock ballasted roof. That's a stone-coated steel roof right there. That's stamped metal that looks like tile. Someone's finally working on this roof. They sold this house. I have looked at that roof before, and it looks like not even a roof job. They're doing air conditioning. I did that roof right there. Did this roof right there. We're going to be doing those roofs, those apartment roofs over there. Working on the connector roof right there. Did the roof at Ascension Lutheran Church right there. I got them everywhere, man. Definitely a lot of Westwind roofs. Did that? No, I don't know if we did that one or not. Looks like one of ours, but I can't confirm or deny that we did that roof. Not the first one, but at least like 3 and 4 are going to be somewhere around here if they weren't already redone by somebody else. That very well could be. No, that ain't it. I think that's one of them. We were just using like natural shadows. Yeah, this was like the first little area. We really did a good amount of roofs out here. These are all like 2012, 2013 roofs. UTX just did a roof there. It looks like shit. It's fucking junk. That one. I know who did that one. I know Jeff did that one because we did the one across. Yeah, this is, 20... These roofs are going to be like 2013-ish. Well, we did that one. That's one of ours. Spring Fire, yeah. We did that one. I know we go straight, then we turn left. We'll get another one. There's a lady... I think it's that one. Just like the area we were at on the east side with decking, same thing for the west side with these homes. They're no different. Hail damage there, evident. Someone's attempted a flex seal. Dude, I should have not had that burger. Horrible decision. A flex seal repair there. However, the leak correlates to a lot. It's in the back of the furnace and water heater, or water heater and furnace vent back here. So it could be any of these things letting water through, and the valley too. So there's a lot going on that I really don't want to repair. I'd rather replace and not have any issues. They just bought the house, so there's no way I can really go after hail damage, I think. I mean, fairly simple roof. These are all really simple roofs we've been on. Okay, Miss Lesk, we're here on your roof. I've done many roofs in the area, and all are about the same. The decking seems to always be a problem. Very soft. Any roof we've ever done here, a shingle roof, we've often had to replace the wood. From there, you have a lot of these pipe jacks starting to dry out and crack. That's eventually going to let water through. Signs of hail damage. You can see little dents on the vents there. When the roof was last done, they just put tar and granule around the chimney. That's not going to do anything for anybody. That chimney metal around there needs to be pulled off, a leak barrier applied, and redo the roof there. Another vent here that has clear signs of hail damage. Another roof jack that's starting to crack just a bit right there. This looks to be a replacement for another wind turbine that was here. Old evaporative cooler duct is there, along with the water heater vent, the furnace vent over there, and 2 other penetrations, and your leak is about right here. I do believe the leak has something to do with these penetrations and just shows up in this area. I don't think it's the valley. However, there's a lot going on here where I do think it's time for a new roof and don't know where to start with repairing this. It'd essentially be to repair this whole section and redo it all. But at that point, I think we're best off to replace the whole thing here. Again, another wind turbine with clear signs of hail damage. You can see there. And there is your roof. Low pitched, below a 412, so we'll add 2 layers of underlayment. All this will make sense with some context when I go over everything else with you later. Only other thing that would need to happen here is at this wall joint, we'll add flashing up against the wall there to keep all that debris from holding on to any water and then letting water through at some point. Same thing with this little transition here. That's missing metal. You can see there's a crack at the tar. That'll be a non-issue with one of our roofs. So I'll work on this estimate for you. Thank you.